With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of own home. Shop on lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
And we welcome you back. We are getting set for Game 2 as Post State will be looking their lineup like this. Nolan Peterson will lead things off. He's catching here in Game 2. Sunshine, the left fielder, will bat second. Cooper Twilliger will be the first baseman batting third. George Staley, the center fielder, batting fourth. It'll be Grayson Hunsley, the third baseman, that will bat fifth. Charlie Simpson, the DH, batting sixth. Miles Doyle, the second baseman, batting seventh. Braden Houlette, the right fielder, batting eighth. And Dawson Getz, the shortstop, will bat ninth. And they will go against Marcus Birdhorse, who will make his season debut on the mound for the Mandan Chiefs, looking for a doubleheader sweep of Post State. And the Eights looking for their first win of the 2024 summer. Nolan Peterson will dig in and get us started here in game number 2 as Birdhorse will deliver the game's first pitch. It'll be popped foul out of play for strike one.
At 6:55 p.m.
And at 6:55, we get started here for game number 2. 71 degrees here in Mandan. That wind's still strong, but it's a beautiful night for baseball. An early June nights. There's Peterson that will go the other way. Coming in as a right fielder, he'll drop in for a base hit. It'll get past the right fielder, and to second will go Peterson. He'll dive in, and Post State has their first extra base hits of the 2024 summer. Nolan Peterson will get a leadoff double. And the Eights are in business here in the top of the first. And it brings up the number 2 hitter, Sutton Sunshine.
Now batting the left fielder, number 24, Sutton Sunshine.
And so a chance here for Sunshine to maybe drive in the first run. Here of the day, as this one will nearly get away from the catcher. The throw actually went to third, and it was wide of the, or in the turf, got into left field, but Peterson was already scampering back. So it is just ball one to Sunshine. It is a runner on at second here with nobody on the top of the first. Post State's got their best chance of scoring runs after their first extra base hit of the season. That one's taken for a strike, and the count's 1-1 here to Sunshine. He was coming in with those 2 hits. It was 2 for 5 so far in the season in game number 1. Went 0 for 2. As that one will miss low, and the count is now at 2-1. Here to Sunshine. Go the defense alignment here in just a moment for the Mandan Chiefs. 2-1 pitch. That's at the knees for a strike, and the count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Peterson leading away from second. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball right back to the mound. They've got Peterson between second and third. Running at him is the pitcher. Then the throw to third will retire Peterson. And as quickly as the Eights were in business, a very smart and savvy play by Birdhorse to get Peterson between second and third. Go as a fielder's choice for Sunshine, but 1-5 on the put out of Peterson. He was caught in no man's land, and instead of making a throw, he just ran back. Well, I didn't even run back, but just ran at Peterson to make him force of where he wanted to go, and then just one toss to get him out. It's a really heads-up play by Birdhorse. This one will miss low, and the count's 1-0 here to Cooper Twilliger. Had the 2 hits in game 1 for Post State. It is Miller out in left, Oster in center, Keller in rights, Bonella at third, Sheldon at shorts, Ressler at second, Nelson at first, Jamison Nelson at first, Jensen Scholes behind the plate as he'll throw that one into right field, but unable to get to second was Sudden Sunshine as Scholes was trying to back pick him, and Sunshine diving back in safely at first. No chance to get up and try and take off. Now a pickoff move, and again back in safely over at first base is Sunshine. And Birdhorse on the mound, who's already made one smart play. As there's a swing and a miss, 75 miles an hour on the pitch from Birdhorse, and found in the mitt for a strike for Terwilliger that counts 2-1. Here's a 2-1. That one's a chopper back in front of the plate. It'll be fielded by the pitcher. The throw to first will be in time to get to Williger, and the second will go Sunshine. And there's now a runner on at second with 2 outs here in the top of the first. And it will bring up George Stalley. So leadoff double was retired on the fielder's choice. Twilliger will not get credit for a sacrifice, but almost works like a sacrifice bunt on the swing. So there's a runner on at second now here with 2 outs. First pitch to Stalley. That'll be flown out towards center field. Backing up is a center fielder, and it's over his head and down for a base hit. Extra bases for Stalley. It's an RBI double. And Post State is on the board here in the top of the first inning, their first lead of the season. And their second extra base hit of the inning and of the year. And the first RBI for George Stalley. And it'll bring up Grayson Hunsley. The wind played a little bit of a factor on that fly ball out into center field. As Oster was back here on YouTube on KCCR Sports. As the Eights have 2 outs and nobody on here in the first inning. There's a 2-out single by Gage Miller. Apologize for the technical difficulties. And lost all internet for just a little bit. Trying to get everything all lined back up. This will be fouled out of play. The count's 0-2 here to Braden Bunnell with a runner on first and 2 outs. That 0-2 pitch is fouled back, and we'll do it again here at 0-2. Trying to get ourselves back on the air as well on KCCR. Here's the 0-2 that will bounce in. Out to second will go the runner to make it now 1-2 with the runner on second. Miller is on at second base. I believe maybe we're squared away and get back on the air on KCCR, as well as back here on YouTube as well. Here's the 1-2 pitch, just missing upstairs, as J.J. Buckles thought he had got this third strike to finish out the first inning, but now 2-2 counts. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and the Eights will lead at the end of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll recap the first inning completely when we come back in a minute. Back here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
It is the top of the second. Post State is leading 1-0 on American Family Insurance. Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. If you missed that first inning, trying to figure out where we end up getting lost in that first inning, but Nolan Peterson led off with a leadoff double. He was thrown out between second and third on the fielder's choice from Sunshine. Twilliger grounded back to the pitcher for the second out, and then George Staley hit a RBI double, which are the first 2 extra base hits and just the second run scored of the season for Post State, and now their 6th game as the first pitch is over for strike 1 here to Charlie Simpson, the DH, in game number 2. Then Grayson Hunsley ground out to the shortstop in Sheldon to end the first inning. Here's the 0-1 to Charlie Simpson. That was upstairs, and the count's now 1-1. In the bottom of the first, Hudson Sheldon, he flew out to the left fielder to Sunshine. McCoy Keller ground out to the second baseman of Miles Doyle. A 2-out single through the right side of the infield for Gage Miller, and then a strikeout for Braden Bunnell. This will be into left field for a base hit, and all the way out to the wall. Post State's got their 3rd extra base hit of the ball game, a 3rd double. And the Eights are coming alive with the bats right now here in this game. 3 doubles so far in 2 innings, along with 3 doubles now in the season for Post State. And a runner on at second with nobody out. And we'll bring up Miles Doyle, the second baseman. So the Eights, who their only other run scored came when they were down 2-0 to make it 2-1 last Friday in that 6th inning. So that was the first time that they have led after an inning, and now can extend this lead as Doyle will swing and miss at the first pitch for strike 1 for Marcus Birdhorst. Doyle, after Simpson's double, it is Doyle and then Braden Houlette's. As long as there's no double play turn, Dawson gets the number 9 man will get a chance to hit. That 0-1 pitch will miss inside, and the count's now 1-1. Here is the 1-1 pitch. That is upstairs, and the count's now 2-1 here. To the number 7 man in the order, Miles Doyle. Two-one pitch. Doyle maybe climbs the ladder a little bit, swings and misses, and the count's now 2-2. Doyle would be available to pitch in the ballgame, maybe reverse of game 1 where Doyle started, Buckles finished. Maybe Buckles starts and Doyle could finish. There's a ground ball on the left side. That's through the hole for a base hit. Back-to-back hits for Post States. 1st and 3rd now with nobody out. And then we'll bring up the number 8 hitter in Braden Houlette, who has a good chance to get his first hit of the season and also drive in his first RBI. who led 0 for 1, had just that one at-bats yesterday, ended up striking out in his lone at-bat. But now he's got a chance here for an RBI after a pickoff move at first and back in safely. Is Doyle over at first base? Maybe he'll be off with that first pitch. He does take off. Hulett will foul this one back and over the top of the press box, the left side of the infield and left side of the field, and it counts 0-1. We'll see again here if we'll get Miles Doyle running on the pitch. Lefty Hulett. We've had a lefty in the lineup in each of the 2 games so far. That's a pickoff move and back in safely as Doyle. Wind still blowing out to right field, out towards the right field foul pole. This will be missing high and outside. The count's now 1-1. Came in at 62 miles an hour. It looked like it could have been a pitch out, probably just slipping out of the hand. The count's 1-1 here to Hulett. 1-1 pitch. That'll catch the outside corner for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. Post State's got to find a way to cash in. You know, runner on third with nobody out. It's actually the first time that a runner is standing at third since last Friday. They didn't have a guy reach third base at all yesterday. Pickoff move and diving back in safely is Doyle at first. That throw was low on the turf. I don't know if it was caught cleanly by the first baseman in Nelson, but it was thrown perfectly for the catch and the tag applied. Here's the 1-2. Doyle takes off. That is high and outside, looking like a pitch out. The throw is going to be cut off. The throw back to the plate. They're going to tag out Simpson. And there's one down, stolen base for Doyle. Simpson got too late of a break, I think, to try and score, and it ends up being 2-6-2 to get Simpson out at home. And there's one down here in the top of the second. Hulett still got an RBI opportunity. Count is 2-2. Basic could make this a 2-0 ball game. That is outside. The count's now 3-2. Dawson Guess, the number 9 man, is on deck. Here's the 3-2 pitch. This will be fouled back by Hulett. He stays alive. Another 3-2 pitch upcoming here from Marcus Birdhorse. Here's the 3-2. That is outside, and Hulett will draw the one-out walk. And it's first and second with one away. And then bring up Dawson Getz, number 9 man in the order. Getz in game number 1 went 0 for 2 with 2 ground downs to the shortstop and the second baseman. Here's the first pitch to Getz. That'll be taken for a strike. Post State had a chance to score that first run of the inning. Tried somewhat of a double steal, but got thrown out the plate. Here's the 0-1. Getz will fly that out towards left field. Backing up is the left fielder, though, and Miller. He's got plenty of room to make the catch. Everybody will retreat, and there's now 2 down. And it's back to the top of the order for Nolan Peterson to try and drive in a run. Peterson doubled in his first at-bat, as we will have a mound visit. That might even potentially, well, nope, it's just going to be a visit between pitcher, catcher, and coach. With 2 outs here in the top of the second. And again, an RBI double from George Staley. The game's only run so far here. Post State had a chance with a leadoff double from Charlie Simpson, a single from Doyle. Already got 4 hits in the game. They had just 9 hits in total through the first 5 games. Almost got half their hits in one game here as they did in the first 5.
Assistant coach Eddie Streeter was named Class A Coach of the Year for Legacy High School. Congratulations, Coach Streeter.
As the mound visit comes to an end, Nolan Peterson will dig in. Now with 2 outs and runners at first and second, anything through the infield, Doyle will probably be trying to score. First pitch over for strike 1. Nope, just staying high for ball 1. Just didn't quite drop in the strike zone as it crossed the plate. Here's the 1-0. Peterson will foul that back to the netting, and the count goes now 1-1. See if the Aids can extend their 1-0 lead. One pitch from Birdhorse to Peterson. That's upstairs, and the count's now 2-1. Peterson had picked up his second hit of the season with that leadoff double. See if that will get him going and start to fire in a lot of hits. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball on the left side. We fielded by the third baseman of Bunnell, and he will take it to the bag to end the inning here in the top of the second. The Eights get 2 more hits, but no runs in the inning. No errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 lead for Pierre over Mandan. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
As we welcome you back, it is the bottom of the second, and a 1-0 lead for Post States on American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. As Jamison Nelson, Mason Oster, and Seth Gerhardt will be the first 3 hitters. 5, 6, and 7 to start this bottom of the second. So Jamison Nelson to the plate first. He went 1 for 5 yesterday with a base hit, did drive in a run. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. As the lefty first baseman digs in. Here's the 1-0 from Buckles. It'll miss low, and the count's now 2-0. Able to get the first 2 guys in that first inning with a fly out to left, and it ground out to the second baseman, did Buckles, and a strikeout. This will be skied out towards right field, going back, and it will get over between the scoreboard and the foul pole for a leadoff home run. And we are tied at 1. Second home run of the season for Mandan, first of the year for Jamison Nelson. And we are tied at 1 on a leadoff solo shot from Jamison Nelson. I think it's going to get over if it's over the scoreboard. Obviously, if it's a foul pole, it's a home run no matter what. But that scoreboard extends up higher, and it went between the scoreboard and the foul pole out in right field. But I think the depth perception, I think it's still going to, it would have got out. It just fell between the two, as that one's missing for ball one to Mason Oster. But I mean, that was pinpointed between the foul pole and the scoreboard out in right field. There's a ground ball that's going to get through the hole on the left side. That is a seeing eye single on the outstretched glove of Grayson Hunsley, and past a diving Dawson gets into left field, and back-to-back hits to open up the bottom of the second. A runner on first here with nobody out. And here is Seth Gerhardt, the DH. Gerhardt went 1 for 2 yesterday. The base hit, he did score a run. Just about everybody that was in the lineup of the 2 games yesterday for Mandan either drove in a run or scored a run themselves. Mason Oster, who just singled, might be the lone exception to it. Him and Tate Olson, the only guys that really didn't have an RBI or driving a run that had at-bats. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Runner takes off on the curveball. That will miss low for ball 2, and no chance for Peterson to throw him out as he couldn't quite glove it cleanly. A stolen base here for Oster. So now here is Seth Gerhardt with a runner in scoring position. As quickly as Post State had the lead 1-0, didn't cash in the inning. They have now Mandan has a chance to overtake and take their first lead. That 2-0 pitch was over for a strike. Gerhardt was late on trying to start the swing, so it didn't become a full swing, but a strike anyway. There's a ground ball to Hunsley over at third. He'll look the runner back to second, and the throw to first to Williger will be in time. And there is one down here in the bottom of the second. And it will bring up now Carson Ressler. Ressler 1 for 4 yesterday with the single. Did score a run. Runner on at second here and one away in the bottom of the second. First pitch missing upstairs for ball 1. Sun and Shine out left. George Stallion center and Braden Houlette in right. Grayson Hunsley at third. Dawson Getz at short. Miles Doyle at second. Cooper Twilliger at first and Nolan Peterson behind the plate. That'll miss inside. The count's 2-0 from J.J. Buckles. Buckles in his 2 outings so far. Obviously, he threw just 1 single pitch in his second outing, so really is more of just 1 full outing of an inning and a third pitch. He gave up a hit and a run. It was not earned. With 1 walk, he's hit 2 guys coming into this game. 0 ERA and a 1.5 with 1.5 whip. Obviously, that has now changed with the leadoff home run by Seth Gerhardt. Make that Jamison Nelson. 3-1 pitch here to Carson Ressler. That'll catch the bottom of the zone, and the count's now 3-2. And from 3-0 now to 3-2 here for J.J. Buckholz. 3-2 pitch upstairs for ball 4. And that is a 1-out walk. And now runners at first and second. With 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And it'll bring up the number 9 man, Jensen Scholes. Jensen Scholes went 2 for 4. Singled and doubled. He did not have an RBI or a run scored yesterday. This will be popped up around home plate. It'll be Nolan Peterson that can't make the catch. And it'll be a first pitch strike. Tough play for Peterson trying to run forward for it. Twilliger and Buckholz were running over as well. And was that small little shot that if Buckholz had made any small little contact with Scholes, that could have, we got that second out. Obviously, Buckholz had kind of allowed Peterson to try and make the play. As that one will miss low, and the count's now 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch upstairs, and the count's now 2-1. Mandan had scored 7 runs in each of the first 2 games, and obviously now 10 runs, so 24 runs in 3 games for the Mandan Chiefs. Now 25 runs with their home run by Jamison Nelson. Runner takes off, but that is fouled straight back, and doesn't go either off. I think it went off the mask of the home plate umpire. So the count goes now 2-2, and everybody had to go back. Buckles looking for a strikeout pitch. Maybe gets a ground ball to try and get out of this bottom of the second inning. The leadoff solo shot by Jamison Nelson. Here's the 2-2. Curveball that doesn't break, and the count's now 3-2. Buckles now in danger of walking the bases loaded. 3-2. Reaching for it. Out towards center field. George Staley will make the catch out in left center. And there are 2 down here in the bottom of the second, and back to the top of the order now. And we'll bring up Hudson Sheldon. So Sheldon, who flew out to the left fielder Sunshine in his first at bat, has a chance to give Mandan their first lead here in the bottom of the second. Runners on at first and second, and 2 away. First pitch, he tried to bunt it for a base hit, but he bunts it foul. Lefty's got the speed, and if you put that down the third base line, it would have been really difficult to throw him out at first. Hunsley playing just behind the bag at third. Twilliger playing in on the bag at first. A 1 pitch that's blocked by Peterson, but the runner takes off for third. The throw, and that's not going to be in time. And a good jump at second from Mason Oster to get to third on that pitch in the turf. And the count is now 1-1, and runners are at second and third with 2 away. Now base hit can make this a 2-run lead for Mandan. Buckles from the windup, the 1-1. That is outside. The count's 2-1. McCoy Keller would be on deck. 2-1 pitch. This will be fouled back. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the deuces are wild here in the second. 2 on and 2 out, and a 2-2 pitch upcoming. Buckles will deliver. Curveball, ground ball to Doyle at second. He will field. His throw to first will retire Sheldon, and the Eights will get out of the jam here in the second inning. But a run does score on the solo shot by Jamison Nelson. 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the third, 1-1 between Pierre and Mandan. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Springtime has arrived. Service and Parts Department at Buck Motor Company want to remind you to get your vehicle serviced early to avoid any breakdowns and service-related frustrations. Get up to $100 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 tires, along with 4 free oil changes, a $400 value. All AC Delco Marine batteries starting at $134.95 and come with an 18-month warranty. Take $15 off a light detail. Spray in bed liners, $635 on long beds and $595 on short beds. See all our specials at www.beck-motors.com.
Are you or a family member receiving Medicare calls asking if you've received your new Medicare card? This should be a red flag, as Medicare is not sending out new cards, and Medicare will not contact you to ask you about your card. If you have, or someone you know has received this type of call and they gave out their Medicare number, please contact the South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
Top of the third. It is 2-3 and 4 here for the Eights in a 1-1 tie on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Sutton Sunshine, Cooper Twilliger, and George Staley be the first 3 hitters. Anybody reaches base, it'll go to Grayson Hunsley. Eights with 4 hits through the first 2 innings. This is the most hits they've had any single ball game, as they had no more than 2 hits in any of the first 5 games. But 4 hits, 2 hits in each of the first 2 innings, along with a RBI double for George Staley, who is due up third in this inning. So Sun and Shine, who reached on a fielder's choice and did score the game's first run. We'll wait the first pitch here at the top of the third. And he'll swing the first pitch and a fly ball to left field that will hang up and be caught by Miller. And the leadoff man is retired here in 1 pitch in the top of the third inning. Going to bring up Cooper Twilliger. Twilliger is 0 for 1. Grounded back to the pitcher, Bird Horse, in the first inning. He did move Sun and Shine from first to second, which helped then be driven in on the double from Staley. He'll climb the ladder and swing and miss the first pitch here in this second at bat. The count's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. As upstairs in the count's now 1-1. Post 8 is off the rest of the week. They will play back again on Monday. And we'll travel to Rapid City. Post 320 will host Post 8. 1-1 pitch. That'll miss low. Nope, that's taken for a strike. And the count's now 1-2. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Twilliger will strike out. And there's 2 down here in the third inning. First strikeout of the ball game for Bird Horse, and there is 2 down. And it'll bring up George Staley. I believe it's a 5 o'clock Mountain Time start next Monday, so it'll be on the air at 5:40 instead of the usual, or 5:45 instead of the usual 4:45. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Staley. That'll be the lone game of the week. We'll play Friday again next week, but that'll be the Dakota Classic, the Harrisburg pool. That'll miss low, and the count's now 1-1 here to Staley. They'll play Friday at 6:30 and then play a doubleheader, back-to-back games, one against Harrisburg, and their lone South Dakota game, that'll start at 10. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 1-2, and then they'll play the 1 o'clock game on Sunday. That'll be not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. They'd have to win the pool. There is no, it looks like there's 8 pools, so you have to win your pool. No wild card team advances. As Staley will line this one into left field. That's down for a base hit. Hard turn at first, but he will hang up at first base. He's 2 for 2. And the Eights have their 5th hit of the ball game, and the inning's not quite done yet, as it will bring up Grayson Hunsley. Staley with a double and a single now in his 2 trips to the plate. But if Post 8 were to win that pool, pickoff attempt wide of the bag at first, they would then play Sunday nights for a shot in the Monday semifinals. Here's the first pitch to Hunsley. That is upstairs for ball 1. 2019 was the last time that Post 8 had made the semifinals of the Dakota Classic. River Iverson, Coach Iverson, was a part of that team, and a memory he probably doesn't really want to talk about, but he was the losing pitcher in that semifinal game. But they did play that Fargo team that ended up in the the Legion World Series. It's a back pick to first, and back in safely is Staley. That was when Post 8, again, especially at that point, Coach Iverson was very good Post 8 player. Great hitter, great outfielder. Was not a guy that usually was the one that was pitching. This one will be popped up to the right side. The right fielder will make the catch, and Keller to retire the side in the top of the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third, 1-1 between Pierre and Mandan. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
As we welcome you back, bottom of the third, 1-1 tie between Mandan and Pierre. As McCoy Keller will lead things off. He grounded out to the second baseman in his first at bat. As he digs in, as Buckles will deliver the first pitch here in the bottom of the third. That's over for strike one. Keller in game number one did not record a hit because he got walked 3 times. He's 0 for 1, 0 for 2 overall. That one missing upstairs, and the count's 1-1 here to Keller. He scored 2 of the 3 times that he walked as well. And the reason why he did not score the third time he was walked, well, the game ended with him at third base. That one will miss upstairs, and the count's now 2-1. Still searching for his first hit today, but also trying to get on base for the 4th time. As there's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-2. Buckles looking for strikeout number 2. 2-2 pitch. Staying alive was Keller as he'll foul it back. Remains a 2-2 count. Two again. Curveball taken for strike 3, and Keller knew it as soon as it crossed the plate. The leadoff man is retired. Good curveball there from Buckles to freeze McCoy Keller. And it'll bring up Gage Miller, who singled with 2 outs in the first inning. 1 run on 5 hits, no errors for Post State so far. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Mandan Chiefs as the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Miller. Post State has left 4 men on base through 3 innings. Mandan's left 3 men on base through 2 innings. 1-0 pitch will miss low and away, and the count's 2-0. 2-0 pitch. The check swing. They will ask the third base umpire, and he did go. Count's now 2-1 here to Gage Miller. Yeah, the three-man umpire crew, which helps a lot for calls like you just saw, as it's now a 2-2 count. Well, they check swing if there's nobody on to no third base umpire, which there usually isn't. This will be ripped into right field. Right to the right fielder, though, Hulette will make the catch. And there's now 2 down. And it will bring up Braden Bunnell, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Sun could be an issue for the guys on the right side. And for Hulette, who's got the glove up above his hat, there's a ground ball. And that's a base hit for Bunnell. 2-out single here in the bottom of the third. And it'll bring up Jamison Nelson, who hit a home run in his first at-bat. So runner on at first. And for Nelson, looking for maybe a second shot. And he'll have a man on base as well to try and do it. First pitch to Nelson. He'll swing and foul that off of his ankle. That did not feel good. He will walk it off, but that did not feel too good. Fourth hit of the ball game for Mandan Chiefs on that single by Braden Bunnell. As Nelson is okay, and we'll step back into the batter's box. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's grounded foul, and the count's now 0-2. One bounced off the wall and out in right field and went into fair territory. But Buckles now a strike away from getting out of this third inning, keeping this a 1-1 tie. Buckles will come set from the stretch. 0-2 pitch. This will be popped up on the right side. Long run for Hulett. He might run out of room. It's at the wall on that right side. It landed in playing field, but no chance to make the catch. A dangerous play, running full speed at it. Well, the count remains at 0-2. Bunnell still leads away from first. Buckles will come set. The 0-2 again. Curveball that's well outside, and the count's now 1-2. 2 strikeouts for Buckles, trying to make it a third and bookend the inning with strikeouts. 1-2 pitch. Reaching for it, golfing it out towards right field. Long way back out in right field, and Braden Hulett will make the catch shy of the warning track and retire the side here in the bottom of the third. No runs on one hit, no errors, and one man left on base. 3 completes here in Mandan in game number 2. And we are tied 1-1 on American Family Insurance, the Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre. Top of the fourth, 1-1 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. 6-7-8, Charlie Simpson, Miles Doyle, Braden Hulett. Same by reaches base, so we go to Dawson Getz. As the Eights scored first in the first inning, an RBI double from George Stalley, but a solo shot by Jamison Nelson has tied this game at 1. Charlie Simpson will dig in. He led off with a double in the top of the second, as that'll miss low for ball 1. It'll be Simpson, followed by Doyle and Hulett. There's the 1-0. That one's out the right side. That's going to go over the head, over the right fielder, and all the way to the wall. Simpson is on his way to second. He will pull up there. He's got his second double. And Post State with its 4th extra base hits here in game number 2. And are really putting to bed the no extra base hits in the season, as Miles Doyle will come to the plate. I mean, they had 0 extra base hits through 5 games, but now have gotten 4 here in this ball game. I want to miss outside for ball 1. Only Miles Doyle, who's at the plate right now, has got the only single of the 5 hits. Everything else has gone for at least a double. And all the other ones have gone for doubles. Here's the 1-0. That'll bounce in. Simpson unable to advance to third. Good block there from the catcher in Scholes. And the count's now 2-0, and the throw back was a little wide, but going to the shortstop side of second base. Simpson's not going to attempt to take third. Here's a 2-0 now to Doyle. Ground ball on the left side. It'll be fielded by the shortstop, Bunnell, make that Sheldon. And because it was just to the left of Charlie Simpson. He went off for third, and there's no chance to get Simpson at third, so the only play was to first, and a ground out by Doyle. Moves the runner over to third base, and Braden Houlette's got a chance to give Post State the lead back here in the top of the fourth inning. Number 8 man of the order, Dawson Getz, will follow. And the chance here for the Eights to get back on top here in the ball game. First pitch will miss low and away for ball one. Post State struggled to get that first win last season. It took them until the Dakota Classic with the Miles Doyle no-hitter to get their first win. They started to rally and get some wins towards the end of the year, playing much better baseball as the season came to an end, and even went out into Rapid City against Post 22 and put up 2 really good games against that perennial power and forced Post 22 to sweat in a 5-12 matchup as there's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-1. I think this team can be the same way. It might be a little bit slow to get going, but once the Eights start to hit consistently, get the good pitching like they are right now from J.J. Buckles, this will be grounded foul. The count's now 2-2 here to Houlette. But if you can get the hits to come, the bats to continue to go here over the next couple weeks, and as the season progresses, you get into a best-of-3 situation. I don't think there's going to be anybody that really wants to play Post State when it comes down to the end of the season, regardless of what seed they are. 2-2 pitch. It'll be high and outside. The count's now 3-2. And evident was that on Friday when Post State just had to score more than 0 in the first game, more than 1 in the second game. They got the pitching against the state runner-up in Brookings, as Houlette will swing and miss for a strikeout. And there's now 2 down here at the top of the fourth, and Dawson Getz will try and drive in the go-ahead run here in the fourth inning. We talked about that runner ball team being set up to make a deep run in the state tournament with all the pitching that they have, all those seniors. Here's a high chopper behind the bag at second. Sheldon, the throw to first, will be in time just to get Getz and retire the side here in the top of the fourth inning. Leadoff double for Post State, but they can't do anything with it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. To the bottom of the fourth, Pierre and Mandan tied 1-1. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Brought to you by Limebach Construction Incorporated, who can build your recreational home or building along the beautiful lower Lake Oahe area. Whether if your hobby is hunting, fishing, travel, or water sports, we can come up with a building design that will fit your interests and expectations. We pride ourselves on using quality products, customer service, and open communication. Limebach Construction is locally owned and operated, serving the Missouri River community since 1994. For area of service and more information, contact Bill Limebach at 605-223-2738. That's 605-223-2738. Comtech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the truck bypass. With great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. Comtech provides professional installation and service after the sale. Comtech is your local technology store, located now on the truck bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com. Bottom of the fourth, 1-1 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard, as it will be Mason Oster, Seth Gerhardt, and a Carson Ressler. 6, 7, and 8 for Mandan. 1 run on 4 hits for the Chiefs so far. 1 run on 6 hits for Post State. No errors across the board on either side. Oster, who had a single in the bottom of the second. He came up after that solo shot and had a base hit, but then was left stranded at third base in that second inning. Could be a key for Post State to pick up a win is that second inning. Lead off home run, followed by no out single. As that will miss low and inside. The count's now 2-2. But you're able to come back after that home run and single and retire the side without any more runs scoring. That one will miss low, and the count's 3-0 here, though. And J.J. Buckles does not want to lead off walk to kick off this fourth inning. Will soon be taking all the way. Oster does take all the way, and counts now 3-1. With 3 innings on the mound in game 1, did Mason Oster, allowed just 1 hit, 1 strikeout. 3 shutout innings, but it is a leadoff walk to Oster. And a runner on first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. And it'll bring up Seth Gerhardt, the DH. He ground out to the third baseman, Grayson Hunsley, in his first at-bats. As he'll dig in against Buckles. Good size lead at first base for Oster. That first pitch will bounce in. That was blocked up by Peterson. Did a good job blocking that up and keeping that runner over at first base. But a ground ball here from Buckles. That pitch will miss upstairs, and the count's now 2-0 here to Gerhardt. Buckles got to find the zone. In the bottom of the order, got to find ways to make the guys swing the bats. 2-0 pitch. That one also missing just upstairs, and the count's now 3-0. We'll say with the home plate umpire, maybe the top of the zone not quite there, but the lower part of the zone, it was just a little bit below the knees is there. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 3-1. He hasn't given in to any of those pitches that have been right around the letters. 3-1 pitch, runner takes off. That'll be taken for a strike. The throw will be wide of the bag at second. And it will be a strike to make it 3-2. And I just mentioned the top of the zone wasn't there. The bottom of the zone is there, and that was at the bottom of the zone. The 3-2 pitch. This will be pulled foul on the third base line. The count remains at 3-2. So stolen base for Mason Oster. He stands at second. Still a 3-2 count. Buckles was able to battle back from a 3-0 count to make it 3-2. He's looking for his third strikeout. So he'll step off and regather with that go-ahead run in scoring position and nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the 3-2. Curveball that misses outside for ball 4, and it's back-to-back walks to lead off the bottom of the 4th, and it will bring up Carson Ressler. He walked in his first trip to the plate. Couple of final scores from across the state of South Dakota. 12-1 win for Watertown over Post 15 West, Sioux Falls West. And then 11-0 win for Watertown as well. Bunting but missing is Ressler on that first pitch. Over for strike 1. Post 307, the Renner Royals got a 15-3 win in game 1. And not sure if they played a second game or not, if that was on the docket for them. They did. They won 19-2 in game 2 to Runners. It counts 0-2 now here to Ressler. Post 814U team got a 13-2 win earlier today. Harrisburg Legion Gold. Harrisburg Gold beat Sioux Falls East. That was a big game in the state, 6-5. They are playing a doubleheader, and Harrisburg has a 4-0 lead over East in that second game. Brookings in Post 22. Post 22 won the first game 11-1 over Brookings. They just started game number 2 as well. They'll be outside. The counts 1-2 now here to number 8 hitter Carson Ressler. They will actually play another doubleheader tomorrow between Post 22 and Brookings. That one, a full swing from Rustler and a strikeout, and the third strikeout of the game for J.J. Buckles. That's the first big out here in the bottom of the fourth. As now Jensen Scholes, the catcher, and the number 9 man will come to the plate. So potential ground ball can get you out of this inning and turn it an inning-ending double play. Bunting the ball, that one will bounce foul. And having to avoid it also was Scholes. After it ricocheted, or the spin of the ball bounced foul, but as he was running up the line, he had to dance out of the way of it. Otherwise, that would have been a gift for Post State to get the second out. But it ends up just being a foul ball. We'll see if the bunt will still be on here for Scholes. He is swinging away this time and swings and misses. And the count's now 0-2. Oh-2 pitch from Buckles. That one just a bit upstairs. And again, the Mandan's been understanding the strike zone, understanding where that high pitch is not going to be called a strike, and does take it for a ball, and the count's now 1-2. 1-2 pitch, reaching for it and lining it in left field for a base hit. One hops to Sun and Shine. The throw will come in, and the bases are now loaded on the single for Jason Scholes. And it's Hudson Sheldon now to the plate. So here is a big spot in this ball game, and will probably be the spot of the ball game. If the Eights can get out of it without a run scoring, they get a shot to win this ball game. Not that they don't if they allow a couple runs to score. And the same goes for Mandan, just because they don't score here, but you feel like you got to score here if you want to win this game. First pitch will bounce in. It'll get behind Peterson, and a run will come in to score on a wild pitch to make it 2-1 here for Mandan. So a wild pitch scores that first run, and it's second and third, still here with one out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Had a chance to re-see the bunt attempt from Scholes, and I don't know how he avoided not being hit with that ball. This will be fouled back by Sheldon. The count's now 2-1. A different angle from the Mandan cameras here, and that one just, the spin of it made it difficult, but Scholes almost leapt it like a hurdle. The 2-1 is high and outside. The count's now 3-1. There is an open base at first. McCoy Keller, who's 0 for 2, is on deck, though. Here is the 3-1. Fly ball to left field. That's going to get over the head of Sun and Shine, and 2 runs are going to come in to score into a 3-run ball game. Sheldon is on his way to second. He'll pull up there with a 2 RBI double and a 4-1 lead now here for Mandan. Back-to-back walks to open up the inning. And a single by Scholes. And 3 runs have now scored here. It's still 1 out in the bottom of the fourth, and a 4-1 lead for the Chiefs. And McCoy Keller will come to the plate. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Keller 0 for 2. Ground out of the second baseman, Miles Doyle, and the strikeouts looking back in the third inning. Counts 2-0 here to Keller. Here's the 2-0. That was a line shot, and that's going to get in for a base hit out in the right field in front of Hulett. Rounding third, and coming in to score will be Sheldon. It's a 5-1 lead. Good piece of hitting to go to the right field for McCoy Keller, his first hit. An RBI single for Keller makes it 5-1 for Mandan.
Next, the left fielder,
going to bring up Gage Miller. Nolan Peterson will go and talk with J.J. Buckles, second hit of the inning. Make that the third hit of the inning, and now 7 hits in total for the Mandan Chiefs. And a 4-run fourth inning that has put the Mandan Chiefs in a good spot in the midway point of this ball game. First pitch will be taken for strike one. Here to Gage Miller, who singled in the first, flew out to the right fielder who let in the third. This will be fouled back, and the count's 0-2. He's the 7th man to come to the plate. And barring a double play ball, Mandan's closing in on batting around here in the 4th inning. 0-2 pitch, that's upstairs, and the count's now 1-2. This is their 4th inning now with at least 3 runs scored, and their second 4-run inning here today. Runner takes off. That pitch is upstairs. The throw to second will be just late, and the ball will find its way into center field, but not taking third. Staying put is McCoy Keller. He's got a stolen base, and the count is 2-2. Here to the number 3 hitter and Gage Miller. Braden Bunnell is on deck for Mandan. You are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. George Staley had an RBI double in the top of the first. It was matched with a solo home run by Jamison Nelson in the second. And now here in the 4th, a 4-run inning, and still threatening are the Mandan Chiefs as they lead at 5-1 on the American Family Insurance Brady Shufflebine scoreboard. They picked up a 10-0 win in Mandan in game number 1. And Post State now down by 4 here in game number 2. And Gage Miller will watch strike 3 go by, as that one looked like he was thinking it was going to be ball 4. Second strikeout of the inning, and there's now 2 down, and it brings up Braden Bunnell. Bunnell is 1 for 2. He struck out swinging in the first, and then with a base hit in the third and was left stranded. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. To Braden Bunnell. Jamison Nelson, he'd be the 9th man to come to the plate. He is on deck. This will be popped up on the infield. It will be Dawson Getzel will call for it. He'll make the catch and put an end to the inning. 8 men come to the plate. 4 men score in the inning on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 5th. Mandan now leads at 5-1 over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Top of the 5th, 5-1 lead for Mandan over Post State. Emma Thielen is back at the station. John Wickler here on this Wednesday night. Post State will have the top of the order, Nolan Peterson, Sutton Sunshine, and Cooper Twilger. By reaching base, it will be then George Staley. See if the A's can get their second run here of the ball game. Try and get at least a crooked number in a game this year. First pitch is over for strike 1. 93 pitches for J.J. Buckholz, only 58 pitches. That's 60 pitches for the starter in Birdhorse, as he counts now 1-1. So Buckholz is probably at the end of the line. Maybe comes out for the bottom of the 5th inning. Peterson out to right field. That's going to get over the head of the right fielder and down for extra bases. He'll round his way to second. He will stop there. Leadoff double for Nolan Peterson. His second double of the ball game. And the top of the 5th is starting off with a bang again here for Post State. Let's see if they can do something with it again this time. Here is Sutton Sunshine, who is 0 for 2, reaching on a fielder's choice. That's the 7th hit for Post State. And the 6th double. And then the 5th double. As it's an infield single for Sutton Sunshine to make it first and second.
Next up, the first baseman.
And it brings up Cooper Twilliger. So runners at first and second here with nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. And ball on the left side of the infield. No chance for Peterson to advance to third. That one's over for a strike. The count's now 1-1. A good play in the hole by the shortstop, and the jump throw from the shortstop in Sheldon was offline. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Here to Terwilliger. There's a line shot. That's through for a base hit. Third hit of the inning for Post State, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. The tying run will come to the plate here at the top of the 5th inning. And George Stalley, who's got the lone RBI so far in the game, has a chance to add to it. He's 2 for 2 so far. So 3 straight hits here for Post State to start the top of the 5th inning. And the activity will make its way out to the right field bullpen for Mandan. Stalley to the right side. This will come in. The catch will be made. The runner will tag from third. It is a strike thrown, but just off the catcher's glove. And Nolan Peterson will score on the sacrifice fly to make it 5-2. And the first out is a productive out for Post State. Peterson got back to the bag quickly to be able to then get tagged up and score. As his first and second here with one out in a 5-2 ball game. Grayson Hunsley to the plate. He's got an RBI so far in the season. First pitch is over for strike 1. So Stalley's got his second RBI. Both RBIs coming off the bat from George Stalley. Tying run still is at the plate for Post State. And another ball out to right field. That's on a line, and the catch will be made again by the right fielder, McCoy Keller. And there's 2 down here at the top of the 5th, and it will bring up Charlie Simpson. Simpson is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. This will be a big double to pick up if Simpson can get a third one. Because if he can get a third double, Twilliger could score from first and can pull the 8s within 1. First pitch from Birdhorse to Simpson. That is missing for ball 1. The bottom of the 5th, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Mandan Chiefs, starting with Jamison Nelson. Here's the 1-0. That is upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. The runners at first and second and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. 1 run has already scored. The 8s had the bases loaded with nobody out. Got a sacrifice fly, now trying to drive in more than just 1 run in the inning. 2-0 pitch will miss inside. The count's now 3-0. Miles Doyle is on deck. He's 1 for 2 so far in the game. The 8s have matched their hit total in this game they had in the first 5 games combined. And 9 hits in the first 5 games. Finished with now 9 hits. Well, not even finishing with, but having 9 hits right now in this ball game. Here's a 3-1 now to Charlie Simpson. That'll miss for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Time will be called, and we'll see if Birdhorse will continue or that is the end of the line for him. There is the left-hander warming out up in the bullpen in right field for Mandan. The entire infield will come in to have the conversation. Miles Doyle, who's 1 for 2, a chance to make this a 1-run ball game with a base hit. And if he can get in on the doubles train, maybe he could tie the ball game up with 1 swing. So the tying run on base with 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
Now at the plate from post 8, the second baseman, Miles Doyle.
On at third is Sunshine. At second, Terwilliger. Simpson on at first. Miles Doyle trying to at least pull the 8s within a run. First pitch swinging. That was out towards left center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. 2 runs will score. Simpson, he'll round third. He's going to come in and score. It's a bases clearing double for Miles Doyle, and we're tied at 5 here in the 5th. A 4-run inning for Post 8 gets them right back in the ball game. And add on to the extra base hits for Post 8 here in game number 2. And this will end the day for Marcus Birdhorse. They'll go to the bullpen. We'll come back and tell you the changes. 5-5 here in the 5th between Pierre and Mandan. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
Dylan Gerke will take over here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning, but Post 8 has made this a ball game here in the 5th. A 4-run 5th inning, capped off with a 3 RBI double for Miles Doyle. And a chance for Braden Hulett to give Post 8 the lead. They have scored multiple runs for the first time, then it just scored 1 run through 5 games, being shut out 4 times in the first 5 games, only scored 1 run in the other game, and now scored 5 runs, including 4 here in the inning. They had 0 extra base hits in the first 5 games. We've got 6 extra base hits, 6 doubles of their 10 hits here in game number 2. And this is hopefully of signs to come here in Post 8, and these guys in the Senior Legion team feel a little bit more comfortable at the plate, getting a couple at-bats in, feeling a little bit more comfortable. You know, this is a high school baseball team that we talked about that was going to be one that we weren't so worried about their bats. Well, they kind of struggled towards the end of that high school season of getting base hits, getting timely hits. Now, here in this game, the bats have come alive. And Gerke will face a lefty-on-lefty matchup here with 2 outs at the top of the 5th. First pitch is over for strike 1. Hulett's 0 for 1. He walked and then struck out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll get to the backstop. Count is 1-1, and the third will go Miles Doyle. So the go-ahead run is 90 feet away here for Post 8. If you caught any of the game yesterday between Pierre and Renner, Blake Dean was talking about it, that his younger brother Bennett Dean, left-handed hitter, not a fan of a lefty-lefty matchup. This will be in front of the plate, so slow roller up the first base line. The throw will be somehow caught by the first baseman, Jamison Nelson. How he was able to make the catch was impressive. How the ball didn't hit Braden Houlette was also impressive. And what a play from Gerke to come off the mound to throw him out at first and missing somehow everybody but the glove of Jamison Nelson to retire the side here in the top of the fifth inning. But 4-run score on 4 hits in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the fifth, brand new ball game, 5-5 between Pierre and Mandan. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
So a 5-5 game to the bottom of the fifth we go, and it will be Dawson Getz now on the mound as they will somewhat make a triangle of changes. Nothing will change in the batting order. Charlie Simpson, the DH, will move to second. Doyle will move from second to short, and from short to the mound will go Dawson Getz, and he will deal with the guy who hit a solo shot to lead off the second inning. Now leading off the bottom of the fifth, Jamison Nelson. First pitch from Dawson Getz is just outside for ball 1. So J.J. Buckles went 4 innings, giving up 7 hits and 5 runs. All of them being earned with 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. 4 2/3 innings for Marcus Birdhorst, 10 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. This is out towards center field. George Stalley will make the catch out in center. And the leadoff man is retired to kick off the bottom of the fifth inning. And it will bring up now Mason Oster with 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the fifth inning. J.J. Buckles threw 93 pitches. Ended up being 77 for Birdhorse. This will be grounded back to Getz on the mound. He will underhand flip to first. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And I'll bring up Seth Gerhardt with 2 outs and nobody on now. So 4 pitches for Dawson Getz to retire the first 2 guys, and the DH and Gerhardt, who is 0 for 1 with a walk, will come to the plate. He ground out to the third baseman Hunsley, and he drew a walk back in the 4th inning. First pitch is over for strike 1. Here to Gerhardt. Top of the 6th will be 9-1-2. Dawson Getz, Nolan Peterson, and Sutton Sunshine for the 8s. A 1 pitch. That will be upstairs, and the count's 1-1. 7th pitch of the inning here for Dawson Getz. 1-1. That one's over for a strike. In the outside corner, the count's now 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Outside missing, and the count goes to now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Number 7 man in the batting order here for the Mandan Chiefs. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Dawson Getz will get a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We head to the 6th, all squared at 5 between Pierre and Mandan. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Tons Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Tons Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Tons Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Tons Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Top of the sixth, 9-1-2 here for Post States, as they will have Dawson Guest, Nolan Peterson, Sun and Shine, as Dylan Gerke was able to retire Braden Houlette, and I still don't know how Gerke was able to throw for Jamison Nelson to make the catch. Him not hit Braden Houlette, that was a fantastic play from Dylan Gerke, and easily could have been a go-ahead run scoring for Post State and would have been an infield single for Houlette, because, I mean, that was the analytics of it, without seeing it, had to have been very low for that play to be successfully made from Gerke to Jamison Nelson. He made that fine play to retire the third out of the inning. Here's a ground ball to the second baseman. And Wrestler, he'll make the catch or make the play to throw to first in time, and the leadoff man retired here in the top of the sixth. Much easier ground out from Gerke. And now here is Nolan Peterson. He is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. He started the fifth inning. 8 men come to the plate, starting with Peterson in that top of the fifth, as he doubled and then scored on the RBI sac fly from George Stalley. 1-0 pitch. That'll come inside. That counts now 2-0. Here's the 2-0 from Gerke. That'll catch the outside corner for a strike, and the count's now 2-1. Post State with 10 hits, but 6 of those 10 hits were doubles, have been doubles so far. 2-1. 2 of them from Peterson. This is grounded over the third baseman off the glove of Bunnell. The throw to first is not going to be in time. And it'll be the first error by Mandan today. And they're charged to the third baseman, Bunnell. And it will be a runner on first here with 1 away. We'll see if the Aids can make it hurt, make them pay. As Sun and Shine will step to the plate. He is 1 for 3 with a single. First pitch, missing low for ball 1. Here at the top of the sixth, game 2 of our doubleheader. Mandan won 10-0 in game 1 in 5 innings. Now we've got ourselves a ball game here late, a 5-5 tie. That's upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. A 4-run bottom of the 4th, matched by a 4-run top of the 5th. Here's a 2-0 to Sun and Shine. That'll be at the knees for a strike, and the count's now 2-1. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss. Throw back to first, and diving back in safely is Peterson. The count's now 2-2 here to Sun and Shine. Cooper Terwilliger waits on deck for Post State, who's had 3 hits today. 3 of the 12 hits for Post State. That one's fouled off the mitts of Scholes, the catcher, and when he looked and saw that he didn't have it in his glove and it went back to the screen, and shoulders dropped a little bit, thinking he had caught it for a strikeout. But Sun and Shine stays alive for another pitch. Gerke will come set from the stretch. Here's the 2-2. That is inside, and the count's now 3-2. And only 2 walks in total. Birdhorse had the 2. No walks yet from Gerke. Still won't be a walk as this one's popped up behind second base. Sheldon will give way to the center fielder who will come in to make the catch in Oster. And there is now 2 down. Depending on how loud you had your radio or your TV, you can faintly hear Oster yelling for the ball. And we saw that in the first game. Dawson Getz in short was backing up, and Sunshine, the left fielder, came in, called him off. This time Oster would call him off, and he give way to the outfielders when they had a chance to go for it. Step off and a flick over to first base from Gerke to try and catch Peterson sleeping, but he dives back in safely. Here's the first pitch now to Terwilliger. That's over for a strike. They'll back pick again over at first, and back in safely again is Peterson. When Gerke stepped off and threw it over to first, and I said he flicked it over there, it really did, it was a submarine type throw. It looked like his arm never got above his waist, trying to throw it over there quickly and trying to see if Peterson was paying attention or not. Counts 1-1 here to Terwilliger. He's 1 for 3 here in game number 2. The 1-1. Grounded foul just past Coach Iverson over at third base, and the count goes now 1-2. It is 8-9-1 for Mandan, the bottom of the 6th. Will there be a tie ball game or Post State have the lead? 1-2 pitch. Come inside. The count's now 2-2. Terwilliger had turned. Almost sounded like it might have even thought there could have been a chance for him hitting him just barely, but does not hit him. And the count's 2-2. The runner on at first with 2 outs. Swing and a miss by Terwilliger. That's a strikeout to end the top of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base to the bottom of the 6th. 5-5 between Pierre and Mandan. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
It is the bottom of the 5th to make to the bottom of the 6th. And we are tied at 5 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schiffelbein scoreboard. 8-9-1. Carson Ressler, Jensen Scholes, and Hudson Sheldon. The first 3 hitters. Anybody reaches base, McCoy Keller will have a chance to hit here in the 6th inning. And for Mandan, they're trying to get on the board in the 6th inning to try and close out the ball game in the 7th. But for Post State, who has already played an extra inning game, they're not so much wanting to go extra innings, but they're wanting this to be tied going into the top of the 7th. As Carson Ressler will come to the plate first. 0 for 1 with a walk. Walked in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th. He digs in, and the first pitch from Dawson Getz will hit him. And not how you hope to start the bottom of the 6th inning, but with the leadoff man on base, 1 pitch in. And now it's Jensen Scholes, who is 1 for 2 with a single. Now he tried to bunt his last time up and had to hurdle over the baseball down the first base line because the spin brought it back to him and almost hit him. With a 5-5 game, yeah, he is going to show bunt early, and he will bunt it foul. It counts 0-1. And for Scholes and for Mandan, it's almost a given. With number 9 man of the play with the runner on first, nobody out in a tie game. You're thinking about bunting. Showing bunting again. This one he fouls off of Peterson. The count's now 0-2. Now you're probably not so much thinking about bunting anymore with the count 0-2. And trying to get that runner into scoring position for the top of the order and 1 out. Now Scholes, who failed to bunt the first time, or the last time he was up and ended up getting a base hit. 0-2 pitch, he'll swing away and foul that one out of play behind us, and count remains at 0-2. Here is the 0-2 pitch again from Getz to Scholes. Ground ball. Hunsley will field at third. The throw to second for 1. To first, not going to be in time. The lead runner is out, and there is 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th, and it will bring up the top of the order in Hudson Sheldon. Sheldon is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Make that a 2 RBI double. Really opened things up, at the time opened things up for the Mandan Chiefs. Took a 4-1 lead before ended up going up 5-1 in that bottom of the 4th inning. But it was answered by Post State with a 4-run 5th inning. We'll have some activity out in the right field bullpen. Looks like Carson Ressler is making his way out there. He only threw 4 pitches in 1 inning of work, as that one will hit the bottom of the zone for a strike. And it counts 1-1 here to Hudson Sheldon. Runner takes off. That one's outside. The throw to second. The tag applied. They got him out at second. Miles Doyle puts the tag applied at second, and a huge throw out from Nolan Peterson. So nobody on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 count to Hudson Sheldon as he tries to bunt his way on, but misses it, and the count's now 2-2. For Nolan Peterson, that is already the 6th guy that he has caught stealing in now the 6th game. 2-2 pitch. There's a line shot that's over the head of the second baseman of Simpson and all the way out to the gap. Sheldon will round second. He's on his way to third. The throw will not be had from the second baseman Simpson. It is a 2-out triple. And the go-ahead and potential winning run is on at third. So how big is that caught stealing? As McCoy Keller will come to the plate, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 4th inning. First pitch missing for ball 1. That caught stealing could be 1 to circle if Post State gets out of this inning without a run scoring. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 1-1. I still think that's 1 to circle regardless of the outcome of the ball game, or if Post State wins, that's 1 to look back on. This is a line shot, and that's still going to get a run in. It's going to go all the way out to the wall as well. McCoy Keller will drive in his second run. He's got a double. It's a 6-5 lead for Mandan here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Huge double for McCoy Keller. And Post State was 1 out away from getting out of this inning without any damage, but instead the go-ahead run will score on the RBI double for McCoy Keller. And it's 6-5 here in the bottom of the 6th. Gage Miller, who's 1 for 3. First pitch will miss for ball 1. Nope, taken for strike 1. 1 for 3 with a strikeout for Miller. Another RBI opportunity, though, for Mandan. And time will be called right before Getz had picked up his leg for the motion home. No, that's ball call, excuse me. maybe he was end up not fully coming set. Here's the 0-1. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 0-2 to make that 1-1. First pitch apparently had missed, maybe a little bit outside. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle. Simpson will field at second. His throw to first will be in time, and the Eights are able to escape potential more damage. But the go-ahead run scores on the RBI double from McCoy Keller. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the 7th. Post Eights needs a run. Down 6-5. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
YAG Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag chemical and seed retailer. YAG Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. YAG Air for all your ag chemical and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771.
Sometimes you get a piece of it and the ball sails over the fence. Other times, despite your best efforts, you strike out. I'm not just talking about the game, I mean your day. This is Pastor Sam of Faith Lutheran Church. Whether today feels like a home run or a strikeout, I encourage you to join us for worship. We celebrate when God gives us a wonderful day. We provide support and encouragement when that third strike comes. Come join us for encouraging and uplifting worship at Faith Lutheran Church.
Top of the 7th, 6-5 our score here on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. George Staley, Grayson Hunsley, and Charlie Simpson. They need at least a run, does Post State. The 2-out triple by Hudson Sheldon and the RBI double from McCoy Keller has given Mandan now just 3 outs away from a doubleheader sweep of Post State to try and get them back, or get them to 500 at 2-2. And send Post State to 0-6 before taking on Rapid City Post 320 next week, Monday, on the road. First pitch from Gerke to Staley. Over for strike 1. Staley is 2 for 2. He doubled home the game's first run at a sac fly RBI for the game's second run for Post State. That one is over for a strike as well, and the count's 0-2. I think Staley was one to offer at it, but didn't quite make up the mind in time, so he didn't get a full swing, and he's now down quickly 0-2. 0-2 pitch. That one's taken on the outside edge for strike 3. And there is one down here in the top of the 7th, and I'll bring up Grayson Hunsley. And Post State had the leadoff man on base 5 of the first 6 innings. When the leadoff man retired here to lead off the 7th. First pitch will miss low to Grayson Hunsley. He is 0 for 3. Ground out to the shortstop, and then 2 flyouts to the right fielder. 1-0 pitch. This will be out to the right fielder again for McCoy Keller, and that is right there at him. And there's now 2 down, and Grayson Hunsley will probably be happy to not see McCoy Keller out in right field of the next ball game. And they'll bring up Charlie Simpson as the Eights are down their final out here in the doubleheader. He is 2 for 2, 2 doubles and a walk. Trying to extend the ball game out to another hitter. First pitch is missing for ball 1. Miles Doyle had a 3 RBI double. That'd be big to get him up to the plate one more time. 1-0 pitch. That's over for a strike, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch from Gerke. Swing and a miss by Simpson, and now the Eights are down to their final strike here in the doubleheader. Post State has out-hit Mandan 10-9. But still trailing 6-5. And taken for strike 3. And that will end the ball game as Mandan will get the doubleheader sweep of Post State's. A 6-5 win for Mandan over Pierre. Back in 2 minutes to wrap it up for the doubleheader. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Whoa! Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide! College!
Class of 1995! When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Form, function, finesse. The all-new 2024 all-wheel drive Ford Escape is now on sale at Capital City Ford for $32,000 with up to $2,250 in rebates. If you're looking for adaptable interiors ready for your daily adventures, whether it's a trip to the grocery store, to a spontaneous road trip, and everywhere in between, Capital City Ford has you covered. Payments are as low as $385 with Ford Credit Flex Buy program. For more information and details, contact a sales professional at Capital City Ford. Check out their full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
And we welcome you back as Post States and Mandan finish up their doubleheader as a sweep for the Mandan Chiefs with a 10-0 win in Game 1 and a 6-5 win in Game number 2 as the Eights bow their way back down 5-1. They scored 4 runs in that 5th inning to make it 5-5, but an RBI double for McCoy Keller finished off the job in the bottom of the 6th inning, made it 6-5 and a 1-2-3-7. And Post State drops that doubleheader. They scored the first run of the ball game, had their first lead with an RBI double from George Staley. A solo shot from Jamison Nelson made it 1-1. And a 2-run double from Hudson Sheldon along with an RBI from McCoy Keller made it a 5-1 lead for Mandan. And then a sac fly RBI for Staley, a 3-run bases clearing double for Miles Doyle, tied it at 5-5 in the 5th. And McCoy Keller got his second RBI on his second hit with a double, making it 6-5. It was Dylan Gerke that will get the win as he got the final 2 1/3 innings pitch. No runs, no hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts for Gerke. Dawson Guest will be tagged with the loss in 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, and 1 strikeout. J.J. Buckles had gone 4 innings, giving up 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Marcus Birdhorse went 4 2/3 innings, giving up 10 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. It was 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base for Pierre. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and 6 men left on base for Mandan. Time of the ball game was 1 hour and 47 minutes to wrap up our doubleheader between Pierre and Mandan here tonight. Our next broadcast will be in Rapid City as Post 8 will take on Post 320 in a doubleheader. Coverage will start at 5:45 Central Time, as it will be a 6 o'clock Central Time start to that doubleheader between Pierre and Rapid City Post 320. I want to say thanks to Emma Thielen back at the station. John Wickley here signing off. Governor of the Post 8 drops Game 1 of the doubleheader 10-0 and falls just short of Game 2 in a 6-5 loss in the doubleheader sweep against Mandan, as we say so long from Mandan.
You've been listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Comtech, Bank West, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Lamb Motors, Todd's Electric, Edward Jones Financial, CHS River Plains, Wagner Auto, Jaeger, Faith Lutheran Church, Limebach Construction, First Dakota National Bank, Avera, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Shane's Pharmacy, Gales Gas, Oahe Federal Credit Union, May Adam, Fisher Rounds, Ferding Electric, True Green Chemlon, Beck Motors, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection, Kruger Contracting, AGE, Egtegra, and Stelkin Peterson. Join us all season for Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting.